Hey everybody, it's Jack with Future Pastimes. I'm a designer on Cosmic Encounter expansions, among other things. And one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video is something called Foreign Aid. Now, Foreign Aid is a variant that was first introduced in Cosmic Eons as part of the Alliance dials. So that expansion comes with a number of Alliance dials that players can use. And it's a fun variant by itself where you secretly choose which side you're going to commit to after invitations have gone out, and then everybody simultaneously reveals, which is quite a bit different from how it normally works. In a normal game, you're just going in clockwise order from the offense, accepting or declining one of the invitations, if any. And normally what happens is those who are allying late get to see what the trend is. Like, oh, everyone's going with the defense? Well, then I guess I will go with the defense as well. With the Alliance dials, it shakes things up a little bit. But when Bill Martinson, who designed these dials, pitched the idea as the variant to include in Cosmic Eons, we thought, is there anything else we could add to the Alliance dial? Since it's our one shot with them. And I came up with the idea of something called Foreign Aid. So when you dial Foreign Aid, it's a little cosmic card icon. It's hard to see, but that's what it is. And the way it works is when you reveal that, what you would do instead is you would offer a card to that player. So this is for the offensive side of the Hyperspace Gate. So you'd be offering them a card from your hand. And if they accept it, then you may then also bring along one ship onto their side as well. If they don't take the card, then you're just out. You can't be a part of the alliance. And they could just take the card. So you could say, here, take this card, but I don't want to be involved. So you can sit out. So it's a little bit of a risk. And while I was developing Cosmic Odyssey, we realized, we could do Foreign Aid even without the Alliance dials. So as much as I love the Alliance dials, I do wish they were a little bit bigger. They still work, and it's an interesting variant, and I like having it as part of the campaign. I have a custom age card that dictates that you're using the Alliance dial, so I like that. But we added it to the Cosmic Odyssey campaign guide. So it's here on page 18, Foreign Aid. So you can use this variant as something that doesn't require them. So basically the way it works is Alliance invitations happen normally. So the offense invites any or all or none of the players, and then before anybody responds, the defense likewise gets that opportunity to invite. And then you go clockwise from the offense as players decide if they're going to join. And so when it comes to your turn to accept an Alliance invitation, and you have to be invited to even do it, you can say, you know what, I'm going to offer Foreign Aid. So here to the offense or to the defense, you're like, I offer you this card. And they can accept it. And if they do, you can then bring along one ship. So the one ship is certainly better for the offense, since you only need the one ship to establish a colony. Although, again, most of us like to have at least two ships for all those effects. But in certain cases, here you are hoping, for example, that the offense is going to win the game and you're going to join them. But they don't really have a great card and you do. So you say, here you go, take this card and you can use that. So normally that's not something you can do. Allies or other players can't give each other cards outside of an effect that specifies that. But with the Foreign Aid variant in play, you can do that. And yes, I do have a custom age card that just says use the Foreign Aid variant. So I've gone a little bit hog wild with my age cards for the campaign. So my campaigns are extra spicy now because there's a lot more that can go on. New alien selection methods, and I've done some videos talking about that. But I really enjoy Foreign Aid, and I don't see it happen that often, but I think it's an exciting and interesting element to add to Cosmic Encounter. It's pretty easy to understand. There's no extra components involved. And so I encourage you to check that out. It's like I said, it's very simple, but it can have a big impact on the game. And being only able to send that one ship normally is not that big of a deal, but every once in a while especially if you're on the defense, because you want those rewards. But if giving the defensive main player the card that they need to win means you're only going to get one reward, well, then that's how it is. We toyed with the idea of, you get a reward for the for the foreign aid, and that could be its own variant within a variant. Certainly, it's worth trying out. So if you try it out, let me know what you think of that. And if you have had a chance to try foreign aid, what kind of impact did it have on the game? Did the players like it? Did they think it was too much going on? I don't know. It's hard to see that would be the case. Is it too powerful? That is certainly something that some people might argue. There's a reason why you can't just give your ally cards. But again, there's a little bit at risk here. You're risking not joining one side or the other or not being able to bring in the ships. You were invited, but now you've put a condition on it. And I think what's really interesting about that is that you can, you can up the stakes. Somebody really needs your help. Let's say that you're cavalry, and they're like, yeah, I want to invite cavalry. And you say, well, I want you to take this card off of my hands. I want you to have this negotiate or whatever, this low attack card that I don't want to use. So if you take this from me, then I will ally with you and I'll bring along my one ship, and then I'll be able to use my alien power to help you to win. So that's what I like to do with foreign aid. For me, because Cosmic Encounter is a very social game, and I try to make it even more social than most people, I'm looking for those opportunities. So I like any effect that lets me interact with players and wheel and deal and or extort or whatever the case may be. That's what I enjoy most about Cosmic Encounter, is that element. So that's probably one of the main reasons why I like the foreign aid. I like the extra interaction. It gets players involved, and it helps you out in those situations where you're like, oh, I've done my hand management quite poorly, but somebody else can come to my rescue. And there you have it. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.